is hot on the U-Turn. It's the Valentine month. If you see us in red, it's not a message. I just told you that it is hot. And you do Turian in Thomas. So what's a life? Just giving ourselves two more minutes. So we're going to join. This is the U-Turn platform, and if you are new, if this is your first time, U-Turn is a platform for empowerment advocacy for young people and women to advocate for change in our community. So we do that through, social commentary debates like this. We talk about entrepreneurship and innovation and other economic topics. You can work about being empowered. Today is a debate, so if not, you've been in the share, I will little man potato. It is very contagious. I am working about ban the bride price. This is the practice in our community. So I need at least 10 people in the room before when the debate young. So if you can see on the screen, we have our two contestants, debaters. Thomas Bolnial all the way from India. And another kid from Canada. They are very ready to challenge this practice from different angles. And you guys can support them, put your comment, share the message. And you know what? Let them know what your thoughts are. I know many people are already voting already. So we will see. We will see if you will still have the same perspective at the end of the debate. For now, just share the message. We need more people to come and actually partake in this show. So watching on 10, so we'll start the debate. Hello, are you there? Alakir? Thomas, are you there?
I'm there, yes.
So the debate begins. The motion of the debate is that ban the bride price, and the reason is because it does not empower women, and by extension, it does not empower the community. So the proponent for this debate is Thomas Bolnial. I will ban the bride price. So why should we ban this practice that has been available for many years? And after Chen Point kala kira bula bu point bu jala rebato. Nana question kunto talk a comment ben. So Bol, take it away. Why should we ban it?
Thank you very much. In challenging a call ko Alakir and talking to tonight. Good to Maluela in Thomas Ball. Am I audible? Yeah, thank you. Any tall ball meow. And to extend to coach Ping Tong Monjang, I apologize that I want to sensitize my community on the issues of bride price that are really affecting my community. So if you are part of the U-Turn and you don't speak Dinka, we would have that room later for having you the information in hand, either through a friend you have anywhere, or you will hear some part of English throughout the game. But I will deeply go into Dinka language because I am targeting a certain community that I need them to have something change. So aneng ran keeping tong jiem can really apologize, but I will go deep into the program I call that. Kebe wok jam tine ki chol mal tong monjang. Yen get yen jengen tautin. Malwar tere ya wong. Mata war ya bagi ga kwel wo ke chena wo be martin. So bright price ya define ke either ya wong wala ya we. Ai ni ran ko be di ti chala. Kana yen ke jiem wok tin ya kola. Kedang dia ba narrow down into two parts, whereby about narrow into three parts. I mean, the first one, impact of a bride price on a girl, and then the second one, impact of bride price on the man himself, and then the last part of it, abajal tau into how it is impactful negatively to our society, because society low moikutik, and we believe families are the unit of every community. So, okay, in get to work in how the winter band. Thank you. Ala refaro la loya la ki cholti kala ki raba ya user rapol. We take a team with on Valentine. We could we are at work. So seriously, I'm to one away. Ala ki men kai kakaba ki is that bright price ke anyabul ni ala ya lwen ka nye chen monja ni ko kana ka juye ga yo ta vil ki ni ala ki ka juye ri ke tangi nan ko wan yi chen lwen la nya ya la era cái ran cho bé đến cái tiệc lúc đó trong cái waje ja le ka bulwel bright price ni ra cái commodify we talk commodities so at the end of the day iran ben cái ran ho jen ke nya yen ke yen tiệc angi ku commodity tu ku ji tao either ye good or ye ta will ye computer ku chi yen tao tung nom ran yo iran with ga when koran e chen so in this scenario our parents become sailors you the girl in ke jala commodity kwenan bol nyal man korala kir an ke jala baya then right it neng tin jam bol nyal in chen wa kwen ben no dia chiro lewe la kir kai so commodification of girl through ke chol bright price ayan theory ek bel we ko duk ni ko ga because na lo ku yen oi by then ran ran e chol slavery but a chi a practice indirectly that ni ra ke ga so slavery in other way, but Nike slavery, kaya gani jam tan banang ru duikin yala kiri ni nan kai. Bride price ya lu kan ye go yin che be ra kana ko be lo ka ni bu nyani lo na en ku ter ku dress da. Ye ka dai valentine ka pet kan ne ra ndu jan ya. So ku ne one fact nan wele e yi do ya na mai kwa yi ya nin che ka lo bi yin ti a go bat ba en loy. A lo ku ben kro the best example le ko wa che lo pin de shirkat war ti ya nyan tin chola I personally I taught a theatre from primary 5, 6, 7. I thought you get a teacher there. I know I need potential as yet. If she was given that chance and beget kubuto, what she would do to the community, society and thing, yeah, they're rigged and better up. So what I'm trying to drive to here is that here's your bright price. Hey, check the nya to cool it area, okay, undermine your education. I think you cool ala kirejal. Hello pan kawaja. Yung lerin che to cool. Itu cool ke lerin. But nanen ku chol ke nyir ga mo yen ke war ki family a che ki ban biting definitely a chol maro ra ki bulu bai ko ku ge ma tek nang to kula tek beto ke ge ra tek man eli ali a man eli bit yen ke the next thing. So when we look at all this in perspective ke iken e kana ki yer yo ko tangine la ki ko ran pi ori ko bele nyan tin pi kira tek ma ti jar ga lo jar ga ma de tol ku jil nan ka pi ke lo ge e di kinda ci kon community man e ngo koy e chan ye ting chol maro just yo nguchi jue community achinda so nga an jam lo bright price nyeyo na bright price liwar ka che na ngi lo ya nan ki jo no ro chi atak bi kono ko ba to kulia ka ba ba so ina la kir chan manang lo ku ba ni that bright price ana ka jue ga yo ko tan ni to men kwan chung men kai to make it brief again chan ana ki cha wan ne reti a lo ma do ne ana la tin to at the safer side na chi mer ne en ku ba no rier cái kwar dia ta bai because bride price in cha chin yi du balwele en an ci kur bol mia or an ci kuratim or an ci kur mayen kwar ta bai nang 92 years kana lo num rier ko le kir wonga bi lu ya le kwar ba chalo ko ka bi yin yang pi dan ko pan ngundi be ben look at being in love with a man of 92 years a jal de ko to ko ni yin kan so ayani ni yo kwanyan ci ko bar nye ko bride price a logo bene ya kake chol bright price e financial dependency ye encourage tan nyir ga jeng akwala ye tiak a chi bol ne ala tiak we can brain wash that a chin ki nya lew brain wash a chin ki nya lew so at the end of the day ka kira loiten he will she will just look up to bol nyal ka pa nya dura bula ko ka chen ke pampas me da tan ye chen juru hut e kire bol nyal da piet ko ke ban aka ko bol nyal e cha la long tin ya kwal ye chen e bol nyal ka be o This I can brainwash to an extent that I do anyachin ki but did a very common nang dini jama what a man can do, a woman can do to you which you want and it will apply. Yeah, ku bright price will not equal opportunities you work in Louis back wall below, ku bol nyal ku below, ku Louis ku mat watching, the Canadian annual alakir, men kain to we long right, war alo ko ben cheng de ni shirkat man jem work kalo ri shirkat bright price kan economy area war ter bar teng cheng bai wenga che o jo wir wenga yilim ki lo we da bala ba lim kwati or ba wongu ba o raw dun ja pur ka ti ko chir ka ke ko yo ba da man jem work bai ra we la nan ko chi na ngu ko nan ko chi bo wenga ya o jo wir man jem work ruti rana ben e chien tien lui tin ko cha chien nim na nim chien loy loy. So at the end of the day, bol nyal ba go gani nyan tinde for 7 years. Ye po the ten bol nyal kinta kene nyan randam. In that 7 years, of course, what nang intimacy, what nang ka ti ko di ko kwalpe. Kuna ki chol ta ku chi en gol kul ke re chol prostitution. Ken jeng ki chol ta ka kina la ku yen ki gol kul ke chol prostitution. That is what is happening currently in Shirkat and any other part of the world. Nyir kana roti aro ta kwal kwanan kai ben ka ki ko ti kwanan ngi kan kero ko pal ka charut akini ya plan a lopal ke yin mi diang twan ni chai vi beto na chi twan ke yin mi diang ya ke ken loy plan na lo ya ke ken plan ga balwele me na ka ba bo two things involved in abortion is either ba diang nang yo kin kweri tena la yin to o na cha gumier ke men du no abe benbe and at the end of the day ine ben kin ya gwe because the kin yi loy so kana yani yago la kir chan kibi chir nyir ko nye ke tin marad balong da ko butom nya ko yor ping wan yin ku bulawo chagr ga chin parent ko lu wok decide bil wel that ala kira check bol ke ma chan bola bo ken ok na per wunyai to generalize long ke chol near yen ke factor ke chol ti yen ke drive yen ke drive but ti ya materialize a material based man yen wo ke jeng yini che right ke yin ya la kir that en an kor bol nya kuna chi ke chol ti ku chi yen a materialize ke chora ba ben lwe lan kor la kir chin voice ngola ba ben le jam lwe kor la kir chin voice ruin nang chi la kwet ke chu ga la kwal somewhere ba ben le jam lwe en an kor la kir because ti ke materialize ku ka chi la base kin chin right chan ba jam ku lwe le en an koran pi ne yini ya nyano to har tang jing nya la yes girls ato so ila la kin wi nyano men ka yipyo ya yo de nga iran woni jal ben le an big parent ya bagam ran kor ke yen ka yike gamen yi yaran de man ran tin yi den to in tin yi ke human right because na nga to bride price ka tin human right tang nyan tin to take for example nyan tin war ti gon ni ngila long ti guti ni that because of bride price akin pingal wel parent ke intervention na jaro ben tin wala bi jale jamani le trick le lo nyin kanang ke tin yen dai ye ke ka kor ke bi da lo ka ke cheng den jeng ke cholan chen civilization loy ku ke warat ke cho regulation cheng da jeng ku chelu regulate bu nan ka yu ke nyaay tin ku bula twen dan ko wo ba dong chen la ken ku dong chen yo ngi nyari la pan ka waje yo chin je ne yo ke aja jam le man tare nan ko pe ko tak be ting that's why ne ting le kana nye and that's why I propose to ko le la ko ke chol bride price nye yo in mi ka ku ting kana ba deng le la yin deng nang tiel ki yin jang ka chi nye ya ba le la so a lo de wo bo long bride price ya ke nyir ti ya ke ya ga amri ro which almost in the point that ke le in chi ya ga amri ki chi ku dunu kor so ka ka ayam jam le bride price a kor be nyai ina ko ko bra lo ya le jam dit ku da ti ko yin wo ka la bu jam ko da tiran yi wo le wala a lo ko ben lo ngoro ti ya la ka ya no andi dam ala kir just to aware you I was in a relationship for 8 years 8 good years and as a result nyan tine ben begam simply because antin ka token and took up your man. Yeah, I took up your man because when I remember my love, I took a little quick girl for you to do it. So, and to share right. So, I look at impact a chola bride price tang ranting. Kairan chirbol nyal bride price okay chol financial exploitation encourage yang what is happening is the best example of quality a quality maybe when you go can you Louis struggle for the last 5 6 years ka core bride price ajela leka dom to kuler juba lako gem yi kurdi gem ke the price welcome war chikika fuel for the last 6 7 years Aduke spend Aduke lo spend pan ya call for just like 2 3 months ku katuk atuk so I at the end of the day ka call buku jile ma ina ran tinde na ajel gum aku ole ja ring man nang tinde le kor mo jala ring nang tinde le kor basement family don yongo yongo cherio e fine e ke chol bride price ne ka cherio so kene ran piori aglo chokuru trer ku jiam ku with the voice that ke chol bride price akur buku nyai akur bu nyai cheng jeng jen ka be wa lo ko lew because na cha ya victim kana pio dia go le my second girlfriend na chi kor bi jor and that's why I'm struggling otherwise now wala ku chin bride price to man to bra jor mi go le una la kiri no nya du na nya ya ku to gamen you get that but anang stamp lock chi jeng chi tau that one makes it difficult chan bala kir ba kwa because of that ke jalo canada e mala wala ke barao abe lwa keden vachu chengi jien kalteda ala kir e mal barau you look at all those aspects a channel by in core because an by yo ko pan wona bi o ni kagal so an pio jam kulel chan bu financial exploitation cheng de jien lo ro bu nyai ka please ko ba en bot ku bu nang bera tong chet wakin ku bu chat ku eto financial exploitation awa chen poverty dien ane no wetin because akwal kur kan kamani to kan yen te no ku ci ka ken yal gam pandin tan akwal atya akwal kan mo de ku mit ken na into poverty just look that that mo nya akwal use like 7 or good 8 years can be ka ti ken ke be kek mati because anya ti to canada and friends ka to ko ten wan nya ko yi to den as I talk eke chol hardship hand to mouth hand to mouth. And the best example, la kirin dalu kwenye that too. That ever turn student loan, turn student work, you find maybe who's a local query way for your first year, the rest of the 3 years, in turn student loan, of which that loan is still a turn yiko, kanya. So kana yene ke bulwel that yen pia de team den tiya ko kuriyo ku yo mun da ku mata ke ki ku ci bera ga on bright price kanang basement of a family financially anang basement of family financially ken ga yan jam kulwele bride price e poverty e encourage to new family that gol ke ken ana yo lwel nyaay ka anang ma tondi da ci tul ware ci la yor kartum nya ke ci yor kartum ye ki yid e ke ci tuit e ke cin gelew ku yo mu ci yong e ci de un maltin so at the end of the day chana cin mal e ka ci be ti ke ka ene ci la yor kartum ala kir ko logi e chol bride price lo e kare ke anam je nga yor india because pa ne india je ni lu tin quran tin to america je nga yor america so when you look at that perspective what I'm narrowing down to is financial I mean to say bride price marriages hay ke delay it delays marriages en ke lu and drive onto so kana kor batawi no can ba chebe lui date for the next 8 years kiri nyanden gol wo ko man jeng wo cái gì nè yo ye ko bright price kana tu na nga wang ja lui ko nang ji wor pen tu wana nyan ti na ko wo wo la cái chi ran na wo kana to a lo ko ben ya ke chol bright price itself ke chol mier wo nga ye encourage tan hien mier wo ne ya ye encourage tan hien and now wo che wo ku ke praise cái có duy có cái là no đồ đi man có war ko le ke no đồ đi đi thế cái bài cũng được bán nghe uống được bài but chan wala miara yen nya ya ga tan yen. That's why we are losing number of people. So crime rate elu increase as a result. Nanga nang ko resources kiro. Kuwang adun kirmur le ye bay. Wang aya dun dan ki dora ye bay. Tono ko che ke jala kir. Is right of buruta ti ago ko chiro dead one in. Kuchi wang everything that we define. Ago ko che to. You get the point? Ago ko che to. So you know, e crime rate e jwa tangru la pe yo. Kena na little bright nye. The last point along the impact bright price as I talk, I apologize, but this is a fact. Jengaman ke choli but a banjam thing. Chol marora ni tapet. Ran chol mo chol mo the ran war tiang nyan tin gwere chol Mariari Gil anyich. Mariari Gil has been in Juba. Chol marora has been a Canada-based guy. But war check a fig. I caught young a kind. I caught young a kind. So at the end of the day, Mariari Gil is planning now to Australia go where Louis Hustle. Twelve maror kinang enough time can gal for ting de because the duka na bela Louis go kanya go cake chol. Imagine in a tiak bol nyale cool kinia alakir. Kuwab nang only paint to one in way newly married couples. The paint to go because and take over kind. Na cha duka na bala Louis the cover kanya chi walk in. Na cha duka na I cha do Australia bala Louis the cover kanya chi walk in. Yung which make it a bright price. So I narrow it down as bright price. A date say increase and walk away among young. Can I call who tell be clear that a core when ya go like here, but talking when the from mini gold cake the take a group. Could we get all marital bed and be enjoy a lot of ala kila did allow. Kitchen dead to munya la kirko. Kakan a all take it. So you know like here need that bright price and I really okay to walk away roti walk over batawi no that a local ban on societal because society is made up of a unit of families and a family is defined to be made up of a man and a woman who later on produce could be non cock and chicken in a society. So society then again a lot of population that thing who work watch lead na ran chol pan chol deng wen ay chol deng pan chol wen recently talking sirkata na den je bego le wen akur ba nange chol yuma resource achi bi aware gatke because waran gun gadina la kirma loy ke chol canada ten yin kwen kudu yes enyi num of course yes but ale be long human resource who a population ko ka leader ken wo li yen wo ngi so akur ko di ku ki cho ko cha li man ko cha chur bit because ko cha ri je nang stam log bright price e ta won yin twen ne ka chi den ko chi bol nyang ko ra dik ka tin kuer bol nyang ko ra ndan kir nyan ti na ko a chin kuer because bright price lo nyang ra te ko work at the end of the day wala li wa chi chen ke chol human resource a believe so ekene akor bi nyin ti na ko bi yen na ne jangule ku bi ya ko li be ke ka yong ke ko li ki lo bright price lo encourage work low wali in the next 2 centuries they jinga bi nyin li because kina ke ga won ka kor ku pa ta kur bi di on a society still ke chol bright price communal dispute ay ke bay communal dispute ye ke bay na yen na che pio gam cham ya le nya ka kar ba ya cham nya ka kar ba ya cham kuna local ya a bit a dich I mean local local ya ran ke chin ke gam ke ko bro le wa da meskin ki do ka ga jam ku le ke le hey god forbid my sister in Chile but that is an example a local ya dokas ran kin ke to ken yen ke definitely family ya i dokas abro jor ko le tan family ran tin to ko le yo chen kan ben to nge ben yo che be ke ne bright price so I look at it as anan ka you look at impact family re le community dai ke negatively ku ka ke akor bu ke narrow down bu ke nyai bu ke suppress by making a voice that bright price akor bi nyai completely akor bi nyai completely the ban jam taking I think the actual economy It is when today I come out kugal project yugal business in India, kuluya qual employ, luya la kid employ, luya and she dokas employ. Yen get a chol economic growth. Okay? For example, naran chimar yar jil or an chiri chol maror puch benwar kulwele kubro loy. Instead eran chitik. One body in a bagage kugal company. Ban 50 people South Sudanese bakek luoy. Kakene echi lui contribute to the what? To the economy of South Sudan. But because na ngia all bright price. Kaye ne mal di den war chu kum no achi loko ge pan ya tia. Ma loko man ge wo ko bucho ko la ko re ka chinte yo wo ka tin a chung ma. Yung yen ka bariya ge ne loy. Kaye all bright price. Achi business nang benefit. Achi profit ye ju wo ko wo mo njang. Anye ku yene kul ko bol mi ala bara jor ku loko tie ran chira la kin. Mana la kira bara jor ku do tie nyan kene bol mi al ko wala rut ku ke ti wa rut ping ping kene e piat. So to generalize ku bataping ke wetok is that bright pride itself e jenga ti yong because e yi dwina la kir ku ke yi dian bol mi al ke yi society e yi jai ku ke wo ta lui ke subjected to a stamp block la nga ken ku fulfill ku wo wa net ku wo net etin ne yene kana lwel wel ke chol bright bright akor be nya ina la kir kuna chi nya yen par kware 92 years wana wong board wo before you welcome la kir.
Eh, yeah, it took a lot of time. For the
That was
in the
serious energy, too much energy, by the way.
in the interest of debate, I will say absolutely not. Bride price a chinyai. Okay. In Thomas kula take me awo kwa chinyi bride price one in yellow I no kwade ben kubeluela randa na tiek obro nyuod wo kwa ding unity ago kunyuod pan yinya that wo kwa kwan nyandu na check be benyol we na chok bol chen kam people will step up and take care of nya so abothi numia please reach out $20 a wagam. But I will answer the question of if bride price blue ban completely. Yeah, all the problems chaka queen bride price in a root cause de ama root cause can I watch and depending on who you ask the question, non the bride price you empowering or not, a little depend. Ika yini a father of your young girls. Chinga mama de na chatia ko chokwe jui kui rare boar town. Uti chin is walkana kaba bear pe chibia the same way chine bear mantia. Ale ben kana part of women empowerment and bride price. Wa nian ko tinga tiege loy a chin nyan nyu chitiang no nom. Kubija guer en nom lana de ka moindu. Ki o ka la en bu o ka la bay ke chir kana. So benya ba en ben yok lui ku bride price ban ka kwet ro gol yatin. I will say absolutely not. Chaka go ka we ruti tol ka kudwa. I'm not gonna be part of that. But Ale ben ke bright price ale be a good tool. Ale be a good tool of assessment of the future. What kind of future be nyala will live if they go with this person today? And I can well absolutely not. Can a bright price be in bulk in chitiak? There are alternatives, and alternatives I check out line when being Kenya no go jam no be jaga or be jor or whatnot. My sisters do not fall for the trick. It is not in your best interest. Be in Jorki I'm telling you today. And I'll explain this is why. Now lo in Jor ke cannot ku koi ka pandu na chi pure mit nongin intichen support on either side. And from the very young age, I don't know if you know the context, like in year I race, nana de ku yin kulola pandu. You should be absolutely perfect. Ago ichi duo pandun. It doesn't matter cheka yen bright price or kin yen bright price. So alamat when much kulala pandin ka kin bright price kin camping ki you have cut ties kena koka pandun. The only people family chi in and can be there for you to check a courage. You when do way two strangers who have agreed that will do life together, when things go wrong, yin yan kai bala to know, where will you go? You la dung tier chale che ikana. Bright price, aya luela a chinye, and this is the reason. Number one, kaka social issues, even which our government policy, a chin cool bin japa, nyakol kulwela kena, this bill a chinyai, and then process ya kwanjo, and the process, the elders of GM, a chin code of GM, bin jala luela bright price a nyai, could be quite big jagam. It's partly societal agreement. Kindergarten, it's partly your parent, kanya ku parent ka you na it's already negotiation or loy. And that negotiation a chin yan you tin ku bijalo wala yan mandina chaloy wala doka kam doka lum nangin. A chalo when a bright price it any right yin voice, but I feel like a nyai bright price kachin voice in year kudiar achin voice in cake be yen cake I call a win who will not provide for their food on the table while the woman is suffering giving birth every year bachiran between ago nyoto, right? So bright price can a testament of the little thing chimocholo, a testament of actually the ability to provide for your family. And I chinyot with evidence work chat the ketchup or who chaka to a account it kabuk ni dinya and achibla nyot kadi. That is the question. Achirani chen unless bijalo abila diet ku jenyol ko jole walai man chira chwarwe. Okay? And I'm not looking barachwar way, so I'm sorry. And she block a bright price to company. Yeah. Yeah. Ale banka process. In a bright price, Kurani in bright price, where the money and the cows flow, a flawed system. And this is my proposal. Bright price should absolutely be there. 50% should be put towards the future. 50% should go non administration and thick check. And our local Chigalapiat by Katika Nich where to fall back. And in that vulnerable position, Kachidi the meat Kachin Daman Ben Bella Louis, this 50% bright price alabia in a cushion, financial cushion the bed Beirut coin. Can take Lapiat Kalu okay. For the next 2 or 3 years, your bills are taken care of as you think about what else to do to better your financial situation. That's one thing. So yen kuning tiene kang la gwela ko yen ka ba gwel kan kula wek yen ka 50% bright price yen ka tik. And I will raise my hand. Mon che chen tao me aklo walai 50%. You go ka 300 150 cows in Canadian dollars about how a bank ala kir. You have yourself a tall beautiful girl 6 feet. About you. Yan bar red abayo because it actually agree to the terms and condition for the marriage. And these terms and condition are not just from Paninya, are from your partner be agree for the rest of your life. So if you want to please someone, please your bride. Yen chocha bit pure, yen a gift, you are the financial responsibility, you are the generosity and kindness, nongin, that her future will be well taken care of. Because I tell you, take a gamble. And the only thing you can do to ease that um, Palwe is that pin layantin or pa layantin is aning wo aning way le benin were taken care of, then I will be at peace get my decision to marry whoever achieve 50% our bank account is okay. um you know, position you can a bride price. I know anang uncles, aunties, tot and teat. I got to bill. And look, I'm here to tell you, no, yet 50% above account age. And if that is the case, I have no objection to having a bride price when my marriage is being conducted. And I'm telling my sisters, I can't chikabulu fall for the trick of saying na chin bride price ke yimtia kran dunia rin mira chin ko bina lar su kula kor su kar ben madita mila loy mira che pampas che goch mira che rent che chwar pin balo pe ke dia ka ran ke chi real mira bla riror okay you will look at that person, they have ruined your life. Achi in ben yuki chinam mit ujala pitung nunwa ne nin tong nu yuto ka yeting kalas man den meta dia ten ku meta dia ten ku moda do chi pioria because a chin chin piet che beta la chin shorba chin ajit so my sister, make sure the man is financially committed to take care of you and demonstrate that he's able to take care of you by bringing something to your family. Um, Koi in katin tiega between two people cheng dani jingwan. In modernity I watch and I will talk about how it can be adapted. Tiega ya in chitia ku in chilera kwatich. Kwan cheni ler tini you see their unity. Yeko koi when rira piet yeko koi rut kwan. Yeko koi ni opken yeka ting. Achana che wenden to go chen kang or a means of making money ka band together kujwar ka chin kulelke we are going to stand behind our son kwa buku kwan so yen ke nyandun cha ke mi cha chiru niar cha ke cha re to kwa buku go support in this way. This is the evidence, this is the bride price, and then nya bagam ke ko ken be diar chi nyanden chi chwar we will ken ke chwar we so yen bride price an alternative. So na cha go chen cha ra ni chen kang chi mandana ke a che 100% bride price ning nya nun cha jam nom ka chi ping a pet ko cha cha liaj or something in nepal elwe you ka pal ko yin time elwe in chi yin time limit and for sure they will come knocking on your door na chi nom la ta ti bino wong you tin ka nya la bu jot ka ni in them cases, in a meet separate nong nya and then because nya kin tia, and then means will be separated ku jor koi ka jor war ken ke ku chwar ka hoke tir bi because they are hoke di man tok. I think hok aku ya hoke di nya hok li nya ku hok ku chu chaduk. So in my angle can a bright price. If Jian Court of Law or Court Hoten Court community a pink a court bag garage a go nyandu na chi bela du na we mi ka problem a chaka chopping a pande bela chen we beto we ko chi tia ba ka alwe nyir ko aka ka be chen in the future ko ne go ka ben ko bi nyir kun loy ko bi ka tia aba ja politan before I go off.
Wow. Anyway, proposal with your opposition, I've been chap we got that. Tao comment ko la ko lui voting vote la 93 mia ko ye kam ci lo la tin kede ya to e pan so Thomas Bolin cha yera another 2 minutes bala kir ba yer battle ka ken ya ci gal ba ga be chuang nyin pin and then ala kira bela do for another 2 minutes ko be ka ko be chuang nyin pin ku bu question ko ja ti we ko da ya ko ba question kon gar na ba gar pin
No,
ku aba
I'm gonna jump for some time.
Oh, Iran Bolka Iran Alakir because you are part of the question.
Bajarel kono ka jam.
Okay. Korban right now or korban battle chola ko bajabi jam. Chonge chonge nyin right now.
Oh, kono ka jam bubul ja bino
Yeah.
muta.
Okay, bolin
Uh,
could be care. Be a chol be
kira
korba one on one
kira
but
loy
don't
kini
have a korbe.
kira loy kini ndokas an ran ko an kaka ala kir kon dunin ku bajal ja chin bo acho kanang da dunda to because I am seeing the two on red are already on Valentine. I go kaka. You know you look odd but in a camouflage human being that is part of the bride price. So I would always choose to control the room. One anti ante kuto yan way because which I get thing which burn in a heavy duty. Ke talking ala kirin ci jam lu ne du ne chol bride price ya testament in mo jene ni ke bale kin man kai before I go surely on what we call rebuttal ke kato is that ke kurbu prioritize jeng jeng e bu nyir bu ke pyo that e tie ke chol ba mun ni la mu ba ni yang ko bu prioritize to a che nyir ka pyo be mon bi la mu ba ni ke yin in be pyo that ba changa de because a kur ku bu chal kal cha jeng ko bu regulate ke ki ku loy ten haka won ran ben favor ake ka you could choose rather than ka won be some individual ke ka favor ke ka you could nyai. So your responsibility lies in your hand to choose what kind of a man because the law in much in a law near blind to ka chana to disagreeing that I near to blind. You have to open your eyes na che ni le ok kin ngin mo ko ki bolo mele ko yer ke mo nyana la ki e tok be ben no ten kin bright pass so ten mo de kir ki re ka ngina ko ko le mo nya ko do na ke so mo de je kwese ka iran thing so to come up the decision lies in your hand to choose which direction kana ko do ko ni na nga lu jama la ke chol bright price na lu yen ban because decision bin nyol or bala nang ti ti ta intin e yin ga yam ksuri yen a kin jam wel that bright price a testament mo ben kay ba area che pan waren ko pir ko anyol if I could put it in that way e pan wen ko pir ai da ko ja pir wi man ku nge lo rur pan men to madina ba jal jam ku le mo de tem a jal mo ke tilen war ko rum ke doro yel jor ku jel gam peren pon yesa cha te ma cha nyi mo bila mu ku economy ki riata bala pir ngo man bala pir ngo e kana alwela a cha tum mo jeni yo point na e be nang to on your table kan mo ndu in ga ki mohim because na cha yete and then na cha yente at the end of the day a cha tem yes ku a che gam ka nga che gam ku lo ku chin cái cham ku ba pir no kan mo ndu e kan ngan pyo re ga lwela a che ke bi a pa ni nya la du ku pa ni mo ke chin mar ku jwer ke ana nya ni gen ja yo are jwer ana actually an to india so ana nya pi ni ja yo e jwer family ku yi mo ku family ke yi nya ku family those two family go ke chin mar ku jwer ke the new couples go ke nang basement foundation pir de a chi bula gola pet e bi a ke pet so definitely achi mo tem na chaken tem ku chaka la pi ga chen cham ke pampa ni me la liu mo da jira jur so pe ko ga jina ma go nang basement financial start financial foundation en ko gol beto ai ti er ti chen jeng ya no wo tin so regulation ko bi loy to jeng ko be ta chen jeng kedan dia very definite that aya lo fa ga chol bright price lu ba na nye go rana be no go lao ku jeli ni lewin nya ma mon dun tet ba ja loy ai wa we je ni la chen ku nang financial stability ku ni chen apet kana to ka ba la ki na chin testament na chau che testament le mo ja tem ku bi ni ye bi tem ku ni ku ngoda bi tem to ni bi ni la bi la mu ko chin ben la mu ma ka chin sen ye loy kana ya ne ye ko che yi ka a lo ben ku du ni lo le a kor 50% bi ai jor ku gamenya e wule no ku be pien ni wulen be ping that ala kir aben wo 50% think malde bu jor bu ga me pila ga loy ma che mo le nye ku bride price ku bala dollar mo ndu in fact ile bay gam secret a che 50% na nye ku bride price today ka ci bera 50% na 100% malwa beniti aken ga bala yi ku le ki don mo mo ndu so one along in down na 50% in choice that is like in choice in that power can balu yan 50% liu neng nyane ma ko ba malu cham rin gol lo nu nang pin ku che min malu ko che ba jam ko mi pasen ki ulan no chi be pin ni kana ngan kai so nyai completely nyai kana kor ba nyai a bela jama la kulen nang families ko winin ko gama man ne chin wele anang nyir ye ga ga ma ba ko boku mer families lo ala kana bu loy la ko cha ni diga chen mar ke ko yiwa won chin ga to kana yen ku tu chi taran chin ga to kana yen ni ti dira lu na do ran yo ko tuyin banang hai nang rai baran pi ndu baoy ba ni ngoto ko ni yen definitely kini nang ri ri ni that en yala ki ran na ni en finances ke ko nye bula pir de banang to mran beran tila toy lo kwata ni te ko kwata che beto these days there are thousands of ni to ila ye me junu kwa chin tukul to kwata no there are thousands of kids in the street to kwata no so nyai no mkudu ni tol kwata chin kwanta men kai dia e yin rodu e penyino e yin rodu so if you don't take the responsibility of your own life today then kai mar no min ga biya ngang for the rest of your life chin kwanto ka ke ka le ba ke le kin when the time ba se because da man la ko kuna la wo de jo jam when de jan ton kin to an mo jing an jam barar la ke
Yeah, absolutely. So Kibaduna maker bride price it's a testament of being able to take care of someone. You know the financial potential run actually end once you've given up whatever you saved, right? Even the ability to make that money in the beginning could be in ke bright price. And it ran can is already proven a low. So he is able to make that money in the future. That is for sure. Na chin kutoka niyan you are gambling with your future. And yana luel na dekwe ratin kiche gam kubajal wele kiche luel werbul wele token benagam. It's a no. It is a no. Yeah. So
ke ba la ki ko dan
gone
bro nan ke
gone
to ko tan
jatok
ke ba
gone.
la ki a king wona mo king we mo dun ta wa kin relationship ku charo date ki nang that freedom in nang that right bin finances ke ba ke ni ke ne ke to in dang nang right ba ni no chen ka to bananga lwele ka be jal defined through bright price bay ko ci kor ba de ci ke mo nyinde indu gama ngu ko pandu no ken den ngan ke angu bi to ina la ku jela to nyol wen bin wo be ya ko chok tin wer ku ko so ya lekin that please you have to make sure in ko ba finances ga mo ta kor ba ka ji your personal research anang one of your okay program lo e na cha you and lo through cha lwele that sometime na cha data do cái gì nữa trở về là Google của bé đấy là how do I start a business cái Google là gì về gam công duy không I am telling you your responsibility doesn't need data lo có chút của mình có cái này in it's better through bright price no it's better through bright price lo
Hold
có
on.
chút của anh em người ta cái này cái bé pir cái cái điều
Hold
là
on.
kia
I
lo thế
am going to acha jalo through acha test and kang ujera be bright price chwar pin. Ke jalo ba jato ni en di man. Ran kene stingy. Na choy nang to kan ni en kware be bright price which chwar pin. Yen bagidi nan be an yen wo in the future. How do I know my future is secure while I'm suffering having children yen abu abaka baby account abaka yen and akin ka yen ko ka panda to begin with. Like I'm not saying counter a brute ku gam ke gen yana lo wona 50% ku critic e Dubai. Na cho 50% chita account e ku ara and rare kan yen every single day. I see who ben account age who lo jala account age. Of course, a family we could build together. That will work out. You know what I mean? And then
acha là
can
an bi aro de ko bi you know ache ba ka kuari ho ba nan dia ro
ayin ko
acha là
yin
kin ne
time big jam. Ayin ko
ya
yin
yan ko
time
gam
big
time
jam debate.
jam ayan ko
Yeah.
gam time bi jam na ne to ka gu ka chai pal pin ke
Achi
tokin
jato ka yi kana nang ti chugur. So parapi.
oh ke chon public ko ba mislead yen ka yen to ka go because na ai ke che yi pin pa ke en to ko ba public ka ko ba mislead yen ka
Okay,
yin tin ka
chaja
ne
go
gu
ti
to
yin. Chati yin yin. Yin chu ku acha ka say. Girlfriend wangi cha kau ne wu ke di latin. Ku jaka ting dun jaka marnom. Walai alagi yen achin win beri yen koka pandun. This bright price is not going to happen. Be yin ja believe di mananu ka baga yin yen. Huh? Koi chi
very
nyar
good
pen
thank you
yara chi ku mu achin ku yen ke but bi ja gam di
a
pyo
question
okay iran
a
kina
question
ben yin wo. Hmm?
a question ke
How
ja
will
ti
you
je in
explain to her?
ya bera gam da man de ba yin bera go ni
Eh,
acha luel ne ku luel yin ran te num ku yin nang that position bine ni ran ya cho ora na cha cho I go one much well go for 2 to 3 years and through that time inang that capacity bine ran ku en ba de di ran yung to ken yen ran definitely yung to ken yen so chin ki yin jam ku luel ran is stingy man acha the reason why you work nangi a chol courtship e baran ba de ku ba nyi yung to ken yen bananga yidwel that defining when we talk any in be defined by your parent then ka chin yi loy e to ke ro ya le kin actually a bright price is the most important thing because ka yen wote aga da re lo ku chung ni pinchin ay ga lo ku chung ka pin ba na chin geto e pia de kin aya mon ja de ga ni pio ko nan ke ye ko nyin ka chi men ku ye chi twe bo ko ka ki to ten is that every ben ku mat we tinga ke tin won to anen men ku ko to ka bo do ku te ku de yen ka ki che ki a bu lo ya chan mo cha lu intervene family ku nen ku kon yen ka che ki den inter be bright price bu ka be ku bi le ga la jor na ge chol ka ner na ge chol all those things lo ka ngu to ka de no be de ka chin ka kon aya le 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 e yi du man piri no ku randa ya pet ai chắc cái de chan ba bol mi ba det I say then afterward, key lock in a year. That the reason you courtship talk, go run and go ni, and then at the end of the day you decide whether but when run or check better. So it's thinking as much a key pull be a parent when you are define no. The yin gay ni I am when you guys think my meet go tell the college in the interp and I chop. A your freedom in and right. I say bright price which in ya can allow.
Yen 2 minutes kuba adi ben betong be
Yeah,
dam kite
it's
tia ko
time
lu
dia
kol
chuto.
you.
Sorry, sorry, time dia chuto. Ke karbalwela kid, we will not take words as a promise. Chin any evidence to show that kena yi a chola superman then queen chin will to pay upfront. Yin get your down payment a yi loy. This down payment is to show your commitment that kena ke karbaloy, and this is a proof that a karbaloy. I'll pay down like Panichol Kenya who I watch 50 down payment. You are looking at bride price as a complete liability, but actually a liability. It's actually an asset. Be Rodway proof gainaran and I can secure financial future nyandun, and this is what I can do. Okay? This stay with me. Stay with me. Stay with me. Can you really go? I'm just gonna say, but out there, can you iron will? Can you I can will prove? But now can bride price can it you yin below consider yin a baby mama? Could you told him and then in peer baby mama? Yen ala could you get yana? I'm here chitting a can keep it calorie roll, play non yana, kule non yana, kule non yana. You are setting up women to have broken homes. Biamo to ken nyirke tirliaj because a chin kulu expect nongin but wo beka chwar pin be bright price be kan pin. Yene ka balwel. So the reality bright price a jala no much kule na much. A chin thing ya benefit nongin. In alwe 50% a yininya. Na chimo chilwe okay 50% a yinin kujala 50% can have a bela lui negotiate ka koi ka panun. At this point koi ka panda abichin power. You know why? I have seen that Rankin is proven that a little bit bright price, a little bit sharping, a little bit financial future they will secure. And that is the 50% I will can I yin kuna charot pingani nya ka koi ka pane na chin power. I'm sure a lot of marriage in history are children down like that. Kai ka chol tia kan mier kaka. In nya jal kule but bela tia karan nen chin kang kule koi ka pane. What are you going to do? I am pregnant. Bak ya bela gachi di kan chen chel yach, right? So yeah, Nabuto on your side, and she's able to stand up to her own family members. Kulweli, you know what? I choose my future, and I'm not going to regret it. And hopefully things don't go wrong because you choose the future. Chingich bela tawadi, right? So I'm saying in a bright price up book away in a rule, keep each other accountable. HO patriarchy. They keep each other accountable to the standard yin much up to this standard. And the standard is a bright price. So I'm saying yes, actually said maybe women were not the one coming up with the idea I rule. Lakini kamdun wala rule kaka kuyen chita okay standard yena mo chuka mo chadile mo bright price chwarping. I'm not going to say achin bright price chwarping yen. Kibralo in the society able well yin in value. But I'm going to that you who get chikabe. That is part of the status of a woman. Winchi korbanya dunya bijadole okay? Pay the bright price, Bo. Pay the bright price for love,
Thank you.
if you will.
Adi, Dokas, anang ke batia rakir ko bajal dia tin.
Yeah.
Yeah, fine with that. Anang ke bal dia lui clarify tadi na lakir
Mm,
that a biran principle into a community or society
mm,
ke piat benang ki in support.
yeah.
I think in jam ki ni jiang nyire jiang
Of
ai
course.
re jana hui mo chakal pet ko le kal le yung lo yen. And gam mo chin wi lo yung lo yen. huh
Oh, not
a
me.
lu yi kitin
Give me money. I
balu
will
man
take
no
it.
you are in the world now, you deserve can be in just like bright price. So kaka balle kin kan bin mo chanyi because you are dwelling so much on a point that mo chakor be a test bin ni bal de ni through bright price yi ki chi mo jam ni gam do ne rech. Hmm? A chi bol nyal bene ko le ka luel gami wet man ni ri wet on kan go piang tin rech gam yen ka yimbol nyal ni mo
Ina
kirmo.
chimir nyar.
Okay, kana mo nyan chi ya definitely ana ngir anang nyiri yang go kene en yes banangi kine nya kuin ja nyoli wit ori ja gam ke pie to kene ni ja nyari je mai priority ban nyan nyar ale ba hoy jwa ale ba hoy lan pie dang ale ba hoy da pie dang cha lo tin because era nyar. It doesn't matter how I will spend on that person, era nyar. So how to test a man do like chen ran do like chen duni ke ye gami duni yere eto ko duni yati yo ibi ta mon je ina ta đúng là gam mo ni ta ina lom because den mo nyari kena ya le kin that bright price and lui ban ba ro ra ba ya test through the giving na cha yin mi ot ken chen mo nyum che bananga yin mi ot ken anu mo nyum che kana ka ba tawi no tet kuma ba pet do ka simi diang jal bana che banyi cha law
In Bagam, ye do not giving to women. So in your diet, and please make sure you receive. We are meant to receive, we women. So receive the gift. Do not
and
low
that is
ball for
definitely fear of
and
testing
that's
how
good.
you know that
And that is
occur bu
good.
bright
That's
price.
yeah, that's good mindset. I keep you by a humble in rejecting good things coming to you. That is not good for you. You need to change it. Can bright price more? Can we keep mandana? You know, goge very tricky. Bangi dinan babin mono pin small lingerie with chocolate. I'm ya gila nyandeng lot ya. Like it has happened a lot. Ay ran jal to well girlfriend then run to kweji jui kule tiga nyan pani jeng. So I am not the one to be understanding girlfriend, understanding casting myself kind understanding wife. I'm ya kala riro kule tiga nyan tin entity. So I just don't want women to put themselves in a place of disadvantage when they could have actually lived play by the rules. Chicken Louis said, "A chain year Louis said, I rule Louis bright price set." And if we're gonna play by the rules, we need to all play by the rules. Otherwise, you get played and get left behind. Lonyan and Latia Kalas. Inchi jadum tior chalen nyan bani. So Dorcas bajalo.
Okay, kwalta fara jam.
In Japan, we debate, so you have to choose side and defend. And so you better be prepared.
Okay, okay. Record I call you time, you guys. We happy our meet your time. But I want to discuss about a very important topic to our life, the community life. Yeah. So okay, before I tell you yes or no, can I tell you again? Okay. Now about the gender that it does not empower women. So okay, well, let me say something. Ache diara chi ke yen rier big dan kor ke ok dan nier ke big alwe ke la. Okay. Uh-huh. Okay, let me bring this scenario today. In our community today, I think you guys are seeing. I don't coach you again with warping. Hmm? Kuke are having the arcan. Are telling in the arcan of it. But like they support them at all. Okay? And get you, they are not quarter community. I think a chin dower a chicken warping. Maybe nya to go there, winning your batch. Or community ni pinch around, or the coin you pure line and hotel never know. Okay, the joke, winning ya. Có cả rồi ku ko ke ko to ko gi je alan ko ran ke ben ko e chi he ki chi kor bi le kra man bi no chana ni ni dom be no ngena chen ka to ku ran ke gi le ne ri kwa chen ne ri no che ri win ki ne ran re ki ni yen o yi ran no ku pie bi ko nyen pi de ke e ri re yen chan ni dom be no ngena alan ko to e yilum ko chen ki yen en ban chien chana ne rin ko yin balu ni ran te ki pi de ni ra re ki ni yen abu ngot ki tien yin ki na piet bena bi lu support ku dun kor ye ba luel ka ye ba lo ya ta okay Kono ko to ke kan chwar piny kwa che yin yer right ba ku dun wel ba duso ndo ba lwel to ke ka ba e wa bi ya mara pes ka pa no ke lwe ka to de kwali ba ke no ko to piny ta dai ten le ba ke la to ke ga ta ke tinya.
You're muted, Dorcas.
Intra mute nyan ba.
So kite ka be that scenario de bu jire we in bol kala ke. So now boku in this topic a very important thing by the way chan bike chol bi diar bike impower bike yer bi ka pia ka pi den bi ke galo eto ngate ke jare. So like let me say man jam en de point here like okay eran che la en che ran jam yena nye ta chan nye chiro blu na ran jam ko ko nyu pin ra ger lo ku ko win ko in like te ku yi ko win bi a portable ko ka bi le chan nye a chin ko li nye yin right kuna nye yin ka chin kuma na ne dokas nye yin kuna chira lu bi nya chi mane kalo ba nyu ku pin te ku chana go ko win go ran bun go pide go taklu ya por wo ke nge deal wel ken. So now boku to the point of saying that ye dowry in payment chi dia chi ke in part like ajal wel ni like an chi condition aja jide kuna jogo ben ke an ya this my on my perspective bolo yana editing kia ngi ma chai tin ke chi dowry char pinyo ke dowry char pin yeni chene tik yeni chene yer o benang ke dia ni ko chai ke yen kiti na yen though anong contribution anong ka biye ke die teno mun in diar boy ni pe um ni dai ko che dia tinge ko won te ke pire de aha. So okay, let me say kai dowry payment o bi dowry charping o tiene ko pando ne ke iwe ni ke che ke piden tau iye. Oh, let me say in that category. Na iran min chitia kage iwe ini tika ba che ba deal mit ke. Kupian du ne pat na pide ko ni ran lerwe piten akui ka yi ok chen ka tar pinye ko eka. Ini chen ko pia di ta pidu che yo ko leila kana cha kwar bu leila ke. Et non ko win ye tinga tika chena mana piden ke. Ka ke ka chira ka ikero lo. Dero like baila na lebata libi na no chiro go ho ya na gi no gi chiende okay kia wete eran win ku jamana piro mana randere okay anto era kire yena vet eran ku jamana pira rede e yen ke ngade yen geran wini ikachira ga yeglo de roji mana we yende okay peren ko jaman de mana ba tira tek ci bol ci lele ci na tek jene loy maro ko sa dawre kiti ki biye eke chol ba mana men dun take nyano ngin ba mana de ba kui pino ke men nya in ke bi ngin okay let me say na chi dawar payment bol I have been following no channel that we follow online and most of that's I think they call it Marato court or something like that or divorce court. I have been watching in that I have been watching that lady a judge and it is that judge at USA. Most of them, most of the videos that we went and Kenya have been so disrespectful. No, dear. Go to USA don't pay dowry, but the way they disrespect women, man, that's when I realized that this thing does not do or chin connection with dowry. It is having connection with how you treat partner in your life or how a parent consider as kwa emi kwa nungu pia kunyu community kwa nungu pia kunyu ke kwa nungu pia buloro pidai. Chana chati most of them I been like this one do disrespect and shit on me and I was wondering what is wrong with these men. They're getting ladies for free at young Yoruba and this is how they're treating them. Then I come to a community, they are paying dowry and the way they're treating them, they are not paying the way they're treating them. I don't call it pure pin, they're treating you bad, I don't call it pure pin and they're treating you goodly. And if you see the motive behind our eyes, okay, Ken and Jamen, and Ken, this dowry payment, the most thing we affect the work okay children economy. Kwe wiki man chin jamde, buku li ko chi pi chi vela twing or ben bichera anun branch be you think them big a pid and without twing de. that let me say that when you lui ban chin misila ko chin ku nyen kan adi chin ku nyen ta lui reduce ka ra chan mo indi be piru lu airport kulo ku panda containers our life okay they get kilo el kin yugo so another point in this thing ki dowry payment loy non ko ku jamana men tik or mana ting du pinam tene 8 man de ban no a chi yanum lao chan be jam chan ki chine yanum lao a che ja ko twar pin chan because it has nothing to do with you e lon chen yu pian again diar a ko pelit a ko win chi kede ne bidit ku da win chin ki balwel woni ke ko baga pidwan chotwen na community de no ko woni ke lum ke diar mit chira la yinga de la man ngadi kwano ko win che diar troll de nonsense even da chala yetin chin ko ma chakel ka la ye like the ache diar nye lo pet bana nung tin joro wo communication no banyu pin chan ran wini tinga ran te ke pidu ko nyu ke pin mari nyu pin woni woni mor nyu ke pin ko problem kon soli bo nyu pin ko jam ke kan na wini no chan me ran de ye chan ye me ran de because how does that really connect with the payment if tinyi jin ke chol barande kam to pidu ku nyu pende pidu ra kin yin ci paane man breaking win mier gay kun na ku yilwele ye connection with our payment ano ko ju ci kin our payment lo kwai ai ngade ai dia kana yike no of which today dia let me say honestly wo wai dia ro wai ngir wo kara ra yo misikla ide chan ci man ha ko ku tiag inci tiaga cin ka inci tiaga bi kurara antira anti ka kunya mana pidu no ni pende ku ye yila no ko je ka to mo nyala ka ga tar pinya chilon di ke ko chilon ben ga chole yen ke bang rai de kana daro ya dan ko na chin ni ja ta pinya ko la ku ni no ni de chimi di ko yi no ko ta bure bi la baby chan ye pir mane yiri ale baby ku mit ko bu ko cham ga abu ga ler pa na kem abu ko halan tinke abu nguloy de ka je ting yen kana chin bu lo yen ni je dum por ban nyole ya like lon jana tin war nyire ga baby ai enya na yi nyare mai na ko le yin nyare yin ka ku yin yin nyol mo chile baby ku joy ni ko lom de dia jana go yin atin ku je mit ko ba ga min ti mit ko ba ga yen ki cham ka ba ga le pa na ka ba ga lo de kile baby jana go ran ti yin be riya jana go piru go riyo de ku bi de dia jana yin yen nga der bra bu loy kile bay kuna yiran min cin gi ko nyara yin cin gi ko nyara cin gi loy cuman yin cin gi ko nyara man battare cha bang loy ko bu bay kuni ni moja ino cara cin ka je ka jar bin ko jar wi di chan beni bu mu e de misila de ada kana so ke a tin de na wenne bi bele bru bi pan ke jolti chan bi ni before we talk about bride price de yen ga ki ma himen ka important we parent ko
That's
ya de
not
kin
true.
men nya
I need to bring it back to debate. Bright Paru ban. And a boy discussion in it can around different. But then she all in the other and convinced. And now kid when a point of where the acting can were convinced that bright price is bad and wrong and should be banned. Just statistics law communities bright price
para ka tel
practice
jam
because
je ko
the
de
highest rate of violence, domestic violence, and not just domestic violence, communal violence. Yeah, you can because of the bright price. Yenyan ke ler freedom will ke problem like because nyan nga ti ler war ti nyan nga ti ler nyan nga ti like value, especially in our community value. A bright price attached to value. Yeah. So if we want to talk about, women empowerment and equality on the youth, actually, and have convinced bride price is contributing to disempowering of women. Why? I,
okay let me finish my point
will talk about it before being in the battle. Achala ki lwelu na lwelu system right price e patriarchy en ke lwe settle en hold accountable now they are to negotiation ti ke war ten na jam di do di ra ti ke ni me dia di dir ko ro dia ke ni bana lo negotiation bright e ka rur ke palong yinya rur palong yi mo so system lu rur se ben ke dia ja ko control yin ti ngai ja bu lo ke yin akwal pe bin che bin pa house like it bari tati like
calm down
cha lek nó có kia ai có ai chạy đi cái ok nó won tin chẳng nó chứ nó phải bé ra là cái phải phải như chứ Dividing women, it been no, we are you been do been like tonight and jamming to like you were land to the hour, okay, like you're be proud. Like they have not
Yung jaga kwenche ga diaro jacha.
you from being a human being to working you being a leg. I have a bright price is disempowering at all levels. Can you take a queen to Jacko Bagabel? I just want to give you some ideas, but I don't think Alakiri we want to dismantle patriarchy. Good no, you turn to the time where our society was egalitarian, where women and men feel empowered equally. Cái bright private con nhái bị chia ra, yên ngay nó có diệt nguyên đi mu no ran jam nya ruben pan chola ile won ba ni ne anong rate of the chong return on investment ni nya ndo ja kwen ya won ye return on investment na dia won dia man ka taw su kule lo empowered be jor for free chera kin services le ga I mean that relationship an ko won dia be you go too ja la be nya de you go chera an ya achira ni lwa ka beni parent ka appreciate kuran chen ko lu appreciate ma lu ka appreciate you call him na ko jen lu appreciate okay that thing lu appreciate or we appreciate them equally by bringing resources together tikere ni example ne gami India where family yinya ku family mo bi ka chen gar ku la ni ti bu pande bu gol choga a yin ka resources a go ko gol ke non ke ben ke finding you know talk you know go be successful yen ka really we have to start thinking about intergenerational wealth and future bright price bam today even we need to go and sign petition after this debate for parliament below debate yeran yere pato
Ako alam
Thank you,
jaga
thank you.
jamu yang
Kan
mungkin
bring
kan
it
kan
to defend me.
hey,
No,
Jack
ball
Jack
the
on
try
man.
team do
No,
jam. Let me
Jack
talk
on
about
man, Jack on man, jajam dah. Jack
no
on
no
man,
no.
jajam because
Kalian
but
lagi
There
ini.
are team do
Jara
jam.
aku
You guys
aja.
took too much
Why
time.
don't you guys let me? At
You
least I
guys
conclude
took too
my
much
point. Yung
time.
misalnya dua ni.
Mishkala dena kor
Miss kaya wina this.
Aqua.
so kebro
Let me
an ko
tell
ba
Aqua
ti question
something.
on ka ti
Eh, wega yung itu wega jalu point di conclude yang wena aku apa harus ke?
it's okay
What
thank you very much
message? I'm a
akol
jam
ta le
chico.
rete
Hey,
in
Jole,
jam tin hey
you guys talk. Let me wait because aku ada capar tuh angkin conclusion di loy. And you now you want to talk is okay. You talk.
yeah it's okay you know I love seeing when I see my valentine girls ke nang division nang different ideas konan ko ku bien kwancho ke na pio jal mier ku jal ayu yu do lo ke na ya mi nang tien ka ba tie ala kir la kir anang point you not dwelling so much on ku ka ka ba ti you know set up chen jing ke nya ay bit ke na mama okay kuna nya ki bit ke na mama ke nya ku che tia ke mana ala be deng la ti ka ke ti jam ne mo cha tem na ti nya tia ki chol bright price ke ne nyi mo nya bele bele mo ben ke na ngur ko ti ke mal nyi na ke ke wa jala tem de mana an ti ka nyan ke a che ka ka loy ke ata chan nya ran deng la be how do you know that era na ke a leu ke ni bul chan ai lo nya ai ni mo tem ya tem ma tem ko ne ti ka nyan ke bi ting de ke
Okay. First of all, Aqua. Kichi lawyer divide and conquer. Tonguru rache and butor wedia. You need to calm down. Your
ke
patriarchy.
lo tong do
They
men
put
ke
can't it ball. You almost succeed, but I'm seeing your angle. I check a set up here look here job patriarchy ku bride price ku ngo ku buku juku ya juku romtin. Yeno tong then I am not taking it on as my fight. Yen patriarchy it tell ku big rodate molai and wana chi go kele chwarping. Mani nyan kana. Yin one thing a bay kele. That has nothing to do with you. These men know what they were doing when they were setting this up, and they need to deal with it. I keep it out on women because of you and Kobu will bright price nyai. It is not because of women. Just face the fact that the system Jaga set up is failing and is not serving you. Wakar bakanyai. Nothing to do with women. I wake a golin, right? So in bol kere bride price in a well che kada che ko nyuanande ko ja neka. It does show. It does show. So bride price in the modern term is money. Yin kuchinong with kulwel wala and chile ba this down payment chwarping ke appreciation to the family. Kugemnya na de ke yen pide is secured with that excuse. I feel sorry for them. They are absolutely 50-50% bigger chwaror and koka pande na chibeto in her corner. Na le ben kera and very vulnerable in the future. The value of tick, whether it's bright price chwarping or kini chwarping, a value chini ali bekani, they have that ability to bear children. That has no price. Job 100 cows chaka chwarping kachi tungana man chi take chadiet. Okay? Achi tungana man chi take the then system of patriarchy chaka taukane is not enough to measure value of carrying a child for 9 months, breastfeeding them. A lot big ya meat. Berka mu until they lose their mind and lose their hair. Kamu meat achi equivalent. Okay? So here talk nun
Okay,
kena.
what about that the
Ako
same
baka
thing that you
toro.
are doing to your boy? No,
Ako
the same
baka
thing. We
toro.
nyan, we get undu.
Ko baka toro rote. Ko baka toro rote no tong kena. Na chaka bright price chiki nyai like for sure. Chin ke di de pir nyai. Ko chin ke nyai pir nyai. Kibe diet bas et the support system. Na chanya chala lum kwa ken in koi ka pandin na ken ka yin kam. Acha tau in awkward position. Acha ke no koi ka pandin. Bajalwel kan nyara di manden. Balwel nyara di. Na chala kega koi ka pandin achala ta tau in a system when yen the value in the society kule wala yin kene tiak ya koi ber to we koi kene ka tiak wok. She will not have a say at the table of women as ting ning value kwa chang pande chatting.
And
These
because
things
that
are not
system
just a
okay
simple
banned.
equal.
If that
Calm
system
down,
was banned,
calm down.
actually the people will not be
These things are not
bragging
easy,
about
yes
how
or
many
no.
cars you can pay. Everyone will be zero and people are happy.
These things are not easy, yes or no. Abalwe wala anche dear bright price ku gaminya andu but anya la nyuje table dear ka pande nim ke la dol. Ke mu chalwe yen kana. She's still living in a society when you know
Yes,
value because of bright price.
okay.
So choy
Ko
chwar
I
penye
don't
bright
because I
price
think
ne.
that yeah, we try
And
I those who have problem with their mind because your value in a ticket chito dowry. Don't you important to your parent and your partner. A chito dowry. Even are you tell my do linjan it yeah, she has nothing to do with her life. Even I think to
yeah,
him because
I
those
agree,
dowry I
Dorcas.
think kitchen again pidel. By the
Tian
way,
wa
the
tinikin.
issue is perspective and how we value women. A chair dowry, yeah, jamana.
Yeah, tian ja watch can kokin your relationship. Kocha would measure and been a law in a circle and they measure what the value you have. And this bright price that you tie can a value in ya. I chora baby a cool kulana like it. Well, I don't care bull nya chor can get dipping. And I show up and want to be a leader in that community. You will get brio. Chibula wala yen dadu ache cheng jing ache rio. Yen dadu chitia ko ke di en le bo bena jam wo kawan
Jeng
tiake
Jeng has
wing
nothing to
bot.
do with our life.
Huh? It has a lot to do.
Jeng
If you
Jeng
live in
Jeng
that
Jeng right now
community,
like it.
kavangi.
Jeng Jeng appear to go out it
You're
has
on mute.
nothing to do with our life and potential and our goals and plan.
Yeah.
It is doing zero work by the way. Like my
Na,
perspective and doctors day.
mm.
Alone benny parent kwa ya where you move and man ya no him. But as ulu chana gonang value pide. Okay? So yen get him. It has nothing to do with that because no go down and they don't even support your goal or your life kwa kuja mana in partner no cake they don't share your life with you now queen yin okay so the issue here is awareness about the girls are right in get more important thing I don't point you bullet man and again I don't call of the page and all those things let me tell you this thing too even dawari which I jale ko ke choli piano wong no jenga chija okay so you come lo ki kor blue aware ke my perspective and dokas e pian men nya ku pian tik pir rani pir community day yenge kiti ku chulo then the result just go alone because
Wero wachuro dia.
they pian men du kanya lo nyi tiki ger ki ben ran wa chini ben no ngen kurana yitinge ran be ke pidela mo twengo bela ta pian kayen nyandu chini ben de chini nyi acha ben nyandu de nyi ki nyandu ta skuli kwa chera ti wo ge be tani pide le yili u pidela kona ki mai ke ene ki angim tere ki mai
Yeah, completely. I understand the value of human being. Actually, below tied to a few cows. They are cows, obviously. Achieve with your meat. Now you think a better colors. You keep them, but don't burn and bait it. Um, I will go
Can
back
I
to
come again,
Kirathiak.
please?
On
Don't
coach,
you jump here,
Coach, I'll go back to Kirathiak. I'm not supporting women babies kulaka gambe katia. When I talk about bride price, I think chika nyupin and it's the right time for the woman to get married. Na achi ya right time nong nyana kubitiaka kujolwel de kachin bride price tell pinkana. That's where my issue come in. A child will beg me basically kulere
ala
ke.
kiri nyai
Personal
chen
greed.
Wini
nya
chiro ke
Personal
nya
miye
greed a
ya.
check hijab.
nyai
I think
nyai chen pai bi jam velen
I
en bi chia cha because an ko bat kulia thun na nga to ke chol bride price because the family say ke in rich par follow me kulel kul bride price abu nya en men nya nangi kulel baba en ti bi bay to kul jam ko bat kulia gor dan kalwe uno men je get to kul from there ke nya nang right bananga ye no ngok yele de ke piru wo ku bu mi dia lwe me ta yo wat man ya lwe we kur bu ya wat ke yin chen voice in jam an je bay to kul in ye tap in lo definitely a chin way out so to narrow down the
But
point is that hmm
kuno min nyito mane. Rana chini ko ko nyoro pide chini ko loy. Kwarer ba chilo skuli. Ku yenda dwa le ka to mu kor den to ne ba chin tu kul kor mo je to enom tambla ba chin yen ting. Yeta pide ke gol de yi peren ko ko nderan. Okay, dore chu gwa nyai. Dore chu nyai. Ku yen anto an edi jare pa na chin skuli ka chin ka ba kwerot. Lo kan mu jale kula ba yi mo nya chin pide ga dwa la yiri mu ben ran yi peren ja yi peren yi blame. Knowing our value or any
good
and
let me
our parents knowing our value.
mm.
A very important thing de. Because I tell you anything you want our here. Nye haga.
I
Tikara
think
will
well
kan ko
alarm.
a value men nya. Bukon
Let me
understand the
rebuttal.
community.
Dorcas, let me rebuttal point
let
Thomas.
me let
You
let
know,
question let you see
your bride price and fostering personal greed. Ran greedy. Your name bride price will each in bride price will be greedy. In the system, when chine bride price chiman US we ran greedy. Kala bumit ka yong ting de ko cho nang kang a jor ke ben ke ala gam nong affairs ken loy ke bi, right? So achibulana deka yen warga nyir I very greedy just because me nyir ken an nyir kwa kor nyir ken beka bika aja
this
kam. I feel like
ala
ran ken
kiri
no
has
matter what
nothing.
system you put them in, they will be greedy and they will make choices to make the benefit for themselves.
This has nothing to do with the greed of the person.
It
A
has a lot
system
to
to
do
one
with the greed.
listen.
Kitingran chinya
A
the
system
Lord
to
bay because
one
of bride price.
listen. A
And greed.
system to one a quancho because na talk a law policy ke all bright price at all. Compare na kira ambaga binyando pol bitia ka ba ntana bana be aja nyandi ya kar banang yo ko nyandi na kar be ya nang yo ko so greed nyai and quite a bit in a family, in a community, and greedy, greedy. We have nothing to do with that. But if we work hard and fight the system, then go away now right. A right do India care ram, right dinner like here, okay, right ran and kin tiaran kir dokas. Dokas and then get fish cover dunum. A child will nyan kin to kulere until kunyan atom jarir by be parent be conjure. You know, okay, chol men ran a future to win or a future job in. Nyir to bai e right U-Turn binya bile ki chol kebeloy ay nyan to bai ku chitu kul chitu ete num kanang entrepreneurial skills you can pure ko wo ko U-Turn nyir ka ai compare no forum ko pure ke because our main target ko wo ko U-Turn e bu for society bu inform that anan ka ku ko ke ku ka kor ku bi ke ni so yin dokas e bi nyan tin to kanwan bai nyan kuch lon ben pi de galtin e bi pure the work yen get the point we will not wait at the parent and bumile abi mo never pure and parent ko to ke chin a parenting skills are live so it's your right it's my right bunyan tin to panden kin un ku man no del ben pirtin bu pen ku ku le yin gol bin pirtin a pet le bin agora tin mun te do tingu mo ja kundu na ci bright price ko ci ban ko mo ndun kor bi ti ake ya mu ku le do
Ball watch our point at you watch now come and watch it don't want 5 minutes watch it to book tiek a chanya yung chi toy go bad and we what a what are you will want ball in the alka lui ban today and forward and if not a petition I will submit. Yala kir kan Dorcas yala kir be Jordan ko boke ran bolu. So ako Iran ngaman ko yung lu support. Yun ang pa ngadi 2 minutes.
Anurana lakir.
Ngajaran to because I think it's
Anurana lakir. So kirita kidan kita go banking. There's so many questions can bol can ke lui rebuttal. No kina lakir ke lui rebuttal from ball. No point to bol to when ko wel gale bride price al wel gale kidan a crime rate a low increase, and then he cited the reason incident to lui happen. Okay. Anong scenario kabagama allegedly ko war bekang bekwala murle kujala toposa kujala equatorian, and mind you equatorian they don't pay bride price, okay, and still they
They
came.
do. When
They pay by the less. They
Let
pay by
me
the
finish.
yato
Let me
ko.
finish.
Mana wong to ko kudru
Yeah,
ko.
let me finish. They don't pay bride price. Each all bride price as much as we do. Like each all munyan equatorian ache utiagoka 100 or what. Let me just say that, and it's a fact. And so, but they still come, right? Because at Chalwell girl, you know what, bride price, because it's crime rate, a yellow increase, kujala rating of cows, each one a core, bepol a go manual go pol. That's what you say. Manual a livelihoods of pastoralists. And just because other people are been big equal does not mean they have to stop. And by the way, you cannot stop eating because neighbor do way in well, right? Another thing about a bride price, a cheap just because it's all okay, and I think on there we did not have issue kind of bride price back in the days before the modernity and before we borrowed other people cultures of marriage, right? Of marriage, I mean. Whatever you have ke bloom kugama. But right now, we need 100 cows. We need this one amount of cows, and then kuluku demand. So the issue is not the bride price. The issue where bride price will commercialize. As Alakir said before, how will we know that this guy Abela will take care of Nyanda? You are taking someone from their community, remember? Yinya, yinijal, kulopa, and you become their family. And the only way to show and convince those people that I will take care of them, I'll take care of her, I appreciate this girl, I appreciate what you have done, it's by paying the bride price. Because, and I'm not saying whichever amount that you have, your 100 cows, you come to pay. The problem, the issue comes whereby rana ben ko binyande tiaga mia even ranchin ke to ken yen alwel gala be loy be kran be temro e yen ke miskla kene. Another thing abalweli adanga, we need to differentiate the bride price, paying of bride price, and these other form of marriages, like okay, these other practices whereby marriage chijalo increase. Let me say na a bride price you can demand today, a lot of people will not have issue with that. The problem is that the bride price actually mix can other forms of marriages. Because for example, right now you could be and bene okay 100 still you want your girl to go to Freedom Hall. So I want to differentiate, or you want your girl to go to Gold Orchard, you want your girl to go to APT, right? So we need to differentiate paying of bride price. That's our culture, and it has nothing to do with freedom hall and all this. Easy freedom hall the issue, because every man back in his head he knows that I'm going and I have to do this 1, 2, 3. I have to pay the cows. I have to pay this. But kere again kwa tu jala ngwada da ke kadi tike ber yulwe adwel gala no introduction. Anong akumnum, anong aliptuk, anong aping anong there's so many things to go, and then white wedding on top of that. White The
wedding
envelope.
white wedding
Yeah,
and bang man nya kwa kol chiku nya la chiko chito
white
rin ko.
wedding is good. And then I also want a child akira kina lakiti. I want to ask you too. Are you will a bride price? I take what you will allow being a in the betting. Be dead be in the betting. Is that what Ian Creature will right? A chalwell gal a chalwell gal bride binya alwe allow be in the date, but because of bride price
Nyira ka lum ku gem ke ror chi ke kin ke de da kin ke kadanga kin ke ror ni kin ke. I agree and disagree at the same time. Let me tell you, even if we ban bride price today, there's no guarantee that because of bride price, nyabita time will take and kubra be date. Those are two different things. Yes, I agree that because of bride price, among families go chielum ke kedange cholgu, chielum ke kedange cholgu ke yent den ben ke kwetin, so they just nyantindu. Chatinga chukul berele kalum kuriame thi kijran kuchije. I understand that one, but I think what we need to tackle as a community is how to reduce the poverty as because kiricho bride price a issue man a poverty because if I give you example ko achiro leo ba keni kunyandu kuchagyore kolo kuchin kigem yin kubar kutingi monyi ku ye monchiro leo and then it all ye monchiro leo kwa nyi mendu chieng kwa it all mendu comfortable kutingena you like atie du mendia na chinel indu igam monpie but families yen ko ke kadang ne chokai kai tina a problem because I will pir nyandu ka jataw kadang echongo piduona jataw nyandu yes so I think what we need to do ka wa community kadang a reduction of poverty and not through
One of the point.
bride price right through no and then could be bride price below moderate and then could be can differentiate thing then jeng kujala think wajat now thing are ba chiki be martin do you know our process of marriage now kalo irori juba right now
They're
has
confused.
so many different cultures ka chika lalum you know like
I'm
ulum
telling you.
bride wedding that's kawajat paying of a
Mm-hmm.
bride price that used to be
Yena krare.
take the nacha ka rukwal will chak because we never used to do wedding nacha ka rukwal will cha ben paninya ba ken below you pay the bride price kulumnya later echin ke lwela ber yen chin hina a very large freedom or a very large kumnum ke lwela letenum ako yongu yete ko ni a very a better so what we need to like do as a community like in my opinion because ben kidan because ben could we regulate and then could we can look at differentiate could be poverty the ways of reducing poverty because kidan ko ar could we kidan solve and I totally disagree kan kudu ni lwel gala kadang ito bride price ayen ke crime rate of kadang keto rating has been there in if kadang back in 1970s daman on iba gara ken koy ko akoy koy ke abie ono that one they have been reading ko jaro kwel like it's on ko kwel but it has nothing to do with the bride price so me I'm on a lucky side watu walipe dowry because why dowry is our culture just like ito polygamy it's our culture let's pay the bride price yeah let's pay the bride price but all in all we need to regulate the bride price kubeke da ngechalo
thank you an bitiang jam akwalan
the paying of bride
an ba
price loy kichi manon terien nanon kichi ichangu kichi chiko nyupin ke lwele kini ka korku and then because nang understanding that koi ke a new ichangu ko ja new couple ko ja tiarot and ichangu because man ko ja luru scam bride price in nyan piedra nga ilating lwela cha keny a car and because you know family have been or in loan bar loan and it doesn't show that you have something but now it's a low demand that anchor 100 cows anchor canela a dear and ben authentically can 20 cows ke 10 cows ke kulil mena chan yar kwan ran chiang kwan kina be chengele kwan be kina ba loy pan yinyana or kina ba loy pan that's a yen creepy and because you guys were ganging up on a lucky we are
All
here
right, thank you. Okay, what did you talk about Gerard Yalo? Man, Quran, who motion proposed to be summarizing thought out. Kulang tell us summarizing thought, and then Dorcas, now your U-turn message 1 minute, and then I hear Nana Kitcha Bed the 1 minute. Ku go ya show ya educated. So Thomas, in Jaratin, and I'm going to bear to a part of your concluding thoughts. Take it away.
thank you very much in chan le jare tin akwal ko nyan kai da ben yin je ben queen ti aran chalo ala kir ko but yes an ken coach an de jan ver yin je ben ku le yede mo tem mo ja yetem a bright price yen ye ni da mo nyana gele ora chin gele kila kin men kai kin ananga nyilla ben nyan kende tia nyilla tia nyan kene to kuna chi nyan kene ku tia ka lo ku jor ka ken ku to ku bo gem ka pandon aya nyilla cha gam nyan don but simply because cha ka nyik a chen nyan kende tia ka dak ne cha lul ka chu tem na ba ru ba ya tem ke chol bright price nya ka ko ni kan ko ba chu nya ale ben ya ka ba de ka marin is that ane riro dorage okay and to these communities ya ko wona match pastoralist ke ban mindset de ne to most of them I think rock kana ko bani so lo ko ben ke chol crime rate bol nyala kulu yin ho ken to ku ka to bo town ko na nyara ne tin yar ke bo lo chan mo ko ke ka kwe bu dang de bu to te ko bla murle bla moj ago wong la bay ago nyara dang men ti ya yen ga yan jam bright price a Louis Bang. Na ke bright price ke only the end ko ba bang to ba jar bala murle bala muj chan bala piti ho. So bright price kene e ke chol crime rate a chi increase. That's why en ko rijorot yen kanang ko wa rijor wo pi ho be pe. Kwer ga wo rijor te ko ya ber ku lo bula peti ho. So kana ko ba ni te ina nyan kai that ina chieu that bright price for binyai. Dama ni lokolo when we are narrowing down that kilwel kuni ye kule eke chol be bright price be ban ku kanye ku kibi wo ko motion chirkana community da society da ye nuna rina ga gwi wan ke ku kan wan ne na aka set to we chol bright price paying so che ke rit na ti yengu je piorier ku lwel chinye katem ku bu regulate yin ka kidia le bien na ti dier ka ti nye katem ku bu regulate to set affordable level ben ran nan ka to kan ye oran tin ka to kan ye bi ye na le kamar our parents ku society daban nyirti akod ke to yela dugi nyando dunu gwe ran bi ko din kor mar ko dara na chini ne mutat kan ye Mother Krekul, Panyano, Peter Butater. But now, Louis for Tangan candidate, and you want to reach yourself at the end of the day, get Peter in danger. We now do ya, we gonna do it for Ben one. So to empower women, come bright price, or Kurbunya, I can Louis stand on my point, or regulate, or go nang the teaching the token cake. Could be near Tia be nang right, or going at Chayla, when I can't take an anti Kenya la bu tukule gor go nang da kunyi wuri nya ko ke all through bright fry nya ndo pi nya nu ni kon ta la ki ror cha ko ko nyu man definitely so nya de pi our bright price nya de pi our bright price so cho kunyi cho ko la tukule u gam ko ti nwan chance go ki tik because to my resource yen nun ta wo yo ko jungle state special yen ka ki di level kan wo ta ke le.
Thank you for that U-turn message. Halakir, Loy Kaku summarize. You still stand your ground, and what is your advice?
Yeah, actually, when a tongue bright price about a terror because the girl and rotten to be talked in a big jati. Like in Ira and I, you cannot equate value in ya or value of human being to those of a cow. Whether chachu are penny walk a board or chachu are penny walk a bit, you should respect it. A human being with dignity, with so much contribution to your life, all the enemy that you got, and we barely talk about it in our community. That the value take in our chitiak but hereby kalwerane into more contribution low into the marriage. No, you actually are not making as much contribution as the woman is making. And achi think to chatia ku cho chen lon loy it's not a waste. Yen mumit kum lui pan the manage ku yin peace of mind is priceless. Okay? I work a meet ka chaka mi nyir kun jalos college for sure. Ki chol when yiran lo chinde a chi tungo kana when around them. And in this culture chiro lo established that yen ye lo mo nyandu yen ben yen kpiet or anywhere be yen ngo. That's absolute BS, and I'm going to say that with be no mo nya will be no nyandu nyandu ka chin more than when I lay but ja lo ke yen be problem ke be lo solve abu window abu da bu gam ke bright price ko to we Like in your day-to-day life, a man who can get in, and then you need to be friends with your children. And I look at Nanka Chiran, you could be a matkan yin, could be in coin bay, one. As you get older, you get more dependent on people, and that's why you need to be friends, right? Um, that's number two. Kira number three, bright price. Yene dia we leave out of the conversation na nyu tiega ko tieng ni ana lakir. I will not be sitting at the table. Akor bu pol. And Uncle but at the table, Uncle but the Indian will claim, rightfully so, because how much time it took for me to raise myself and how much resource and how much resilient up to this point of my life ran but ben you pink claim wala nyanda ne kichi gara kor kankela please alu ba ko na chin ko chi awai galam ko war wan ka kuma ben ka lo school we don't need to scam people and say what you invest nyanda achalu invest good for you I can lu invest be honest ku chak nyir ku lu ya ka their future che kichi gamine ko ko to well and a lot tiek ya dang but kabaton year yes yile ban year pili bin tiak lakin at the end of the day ra le we pir gola tok is stranger nongin a piet bang na good relationship keno ko ka pandu ko ke ditina chimu most of the time in the adolescent age we might not see it as I grow older I see that they love you and they want what is best for you kor bara palpen go ba penki kalwel and then if you're a calm person and you are reasonable, kwacha being ping, you can present your case global. I'm a law college. And this is what I'm going to do natural law college. It's also the benefit for you guys ago law college. But that will not happen unless the men at the table try to call in women. Big marka nyir big bay to the table. Big marka wenti in big bay because kay ne man windu ku jo tinga windu lu rip off ya lu scam kin chi pyo met man du ja pi de kol di ke chin kata kan yin so let's send our children to school let's give them voice at these decision making tables and figure out the problems together and solve them that's my U-turn message.
Wow. Dorcas, where do you want it? What you where the I'm been being educated. A lot temperature, dear. A lot of answer. What are your new? And to go to it. Lord,
Okay, we ko dai ko le yuta na chu le yilon chu ba no chalo da man don chalo lom. Yen ken he topping pya da ret ko very important kwa ji ku. Chala chin chen bloy man jem mo ke. Anong chen bloy da man pe no no ko ran pin chu ko le. Chalo bi cheran ki wen pin keran te ko le. Ku kira loy ka betem ba wi mi ni nyande cham na ngu piet ku nyande. Okay, ni jem ko da ran chu ko chili chan ga an ko chili like according to my perspective of yang kejman chana chol wel kin miskla yake chol ngong de chana chi ngong kuma andu adi men dun nyaman ku men dun tu mane achin ke hijalo chan badu gadi ko chin hile banya badite kuma andu e ben kwa nyar ben de se me yini men dun du ne ta skuli chana yini chi pir pino cha yokine ran ti men du disappear we kin ko men du banang pie to ayi ngo chan pir men du bi ko ikine ko bros du jo banang ke pie lu re ta jer kayo the same way you now that ability or that mindset to one year one to the ke nyo that value men dun ja ke ye du kay nya ache miskla ba te piet ko yen pi de yen ke ki mahim okay aha so na le ben ka e ki ren en ko jan ki yen chana yang na ala ko tien tene che ke dawari mi chila okay chwer pinya chi chwer piny ko ro bu nyi yo ko bi ko ga dirwo nyi e pien e tieda enu ke ku tiar pida nge kon bi nyi nge chu ko watia ko chu watia e tie da nang se ku e ko win le pida te woni ke timane brand bi na lu include ke den ye lo ye di se lo te ne garum ka ye gol bu lo yi ne ke pie ba lo chan chimana ja ti tia ga ile le yirer ba hin chula te lo en jing lo chiman ga ga lo chana yi cha o ti che ni mang mahim pat pian de ni pidu chamana ku nyi en ke ki mahim chan en ya we ken ya dinalo cara ci peren ko ci pianda ko ay min nyir chan ci wadi ku pia ku pir piada ci kin yerwo ko ce karo ke e ben kon chala skulu chan goro ko o bana ko piet ku nyoro chan aya de se time jam ene ya la anong nyina ya ke dara chin skulu kale ke che skule to yene ke do yin pi do ilimi nan ko lo ke mam lo makana banyi bang lo ben chan kiti aya mana pi de ten ke yende ko ram la re yin bi cha pya ke a chi ni yung ro lo ya le de yi bala dong tuk bala to tok wala benang don wen chen ke den to ye chin chating yen kiti ke mahin nyi bi kwan ku wak mane de a che ke luin kare chan bilo skuli community da because ai lwa yen ke len tia na le tia ku le nyo ali wan du ting be ne e che pyo be yo nyon nyol yin yo ngol ke ne chin min ko ri no min bi ke yin ya chin ki chi pyo yin ke yo ngu pian du yo ngu pian du ke pi du na ku du le rot ke chore se me ye ke le yo brother de so ki tien ke ma yin na lo ku ben te da bar ya le kien na nye yen ka pye wala ke pye la nye yen ke pye la na chi nye yen ku no ran men den ping ten lis ku nyu ki ping community ku lo ke win ben mi ro bi ke diar ka ne ku bi piden jalo ting ke because yen anyi ku pire yin yer ku yen ache ko bi ke man nya ile man nya ile man ko je le yin lo ala yin ilo ta walo to le kine pidu ka jar yo ke but na che ayara wani ni sun kwa chin mal ta ka to be jel ka chara yigi ni yin chin chong bilo no that guy is hele capable kwa yigi ni dama da ka bakang bai but ki ma him te ne pidu awul bi kona chopin bi na ka pi adi kon ko ni no ka pi adi ki tinga ba kon ko nyorot okay ke cho ko ji ti bi ani diar ke no ka pi adi bi ko nge oro no pi ke bi ko ko ken chan bi ya support da bi la sukuli cho bi nang pin krot en ke gluel kan ya di ngale ya
Wow, wow. Thank you, Geraldine. Take it away.
Oh, okay. We're talking more, guys. And anti-rod kadang anti-rod job in here because I slept today at 5 and alone in India. But nature and anything will go to a girl target. Kidian Balwele is something that my dad used to tell me. Kani nyantin ko. On young and very young girl came to a primary school. Dole and Kubilachi. No, I think I took a little story. And to Ben, I shown the signs of Nyandu bear, and then people around Walula, Nyande and Abukuchang. Little girl Abukuchang, my father one time lost it on Yiko Kogambit, Murum Kokogambit, Kenting Window Kumama. The little girl, a little girl, look at me and the look at Kakwan Kadang Koi philosophy. He liked to say that. Luel gal mendi ene abe law school it. Luel gal ache chong nyan kene tia. Iye ni ko no. Chong no e chong mendu kin juer ko be jalo ti ke jol mendu kin dir. And this is what I want to tell people out there. Achen chong de kana kin e chong mendu bal lo ti ke tin kin rajuir ku jala tin kin ran pan chen lo tin e pan raj but because a cha lo tin because anong mali che be ku bu ku nyen e yen ke chong na kin ku jala chong dun e kin ira chopin kin ran pi du benang ke kor well I'm not blaming anyone because I took tin pi todi but what I'm trying to say is that achen daman chen nya chen cham kwa chen dil chen nya chen cham wa koi to ne ben wa ni to ne ben I think what chi koi kwa chi wa cham without ke wa bilo ke wa chi lo ti and still pandu you are still ke in cham through bright pride in cham skulu in cham ka kun chake glow so let's put cham behind kuteku welfare of me kwa buketa either ye mojweli yenya because bride price anong kadang implication on both genders because monye ku chwer ka ke piny dia ela dong ke chen ke to ke ye ku pida lo erier ku ka cha ngot ko la ben yengu and then ya deng nya ku chet ya ke ya deng ku bi bride price ku bi pane e ben ke deng e chol ngo e ben sorry nya ku che pia ga no kita bi pani nya ku ler ma ler pande na la ku bi ku chin ke yu pani yi mo che because create bane che tengwen ke bo blog go me ku ko ke pande at the end of the day to ala gum because bride price ai jor ku ler lo ku le ache tao pani nya no ai la tapping ku kadang ai lo ku le tapping kule ngadi chol ngo kulo koy donga chin ko to ko bir koy ke bela ben nyandin ko mo nyandin ngo ku ye kadang cycle of poverty lui kadang lui circulate ya jarot lui rotate ya So I think what I'm saying is, I'm not saying look bride price chirping, but chonyandu cha law school will chonyandu cha kondir period be peer be ni kubrani and an ajelo thinking ya kayen achinyi kri leren yomu leren kuna chagla binang mal ci jabe chwar pe nyala well and good na ci mo ni nyadwon ci ngi ci chwar pe abaka jalu find out ke we road. So let this moderate kadang chol muti, and then I think na iko to be it, and it's abijalu on individuals because anyway ke anati earlier I wouldn't want to go into a marriage whereby we are starting from anye we are starting from scratch kwa and wala nyujala kule anyu let's say pan nyan pan you or pan win pan you because mundi cannot afford be ela mu because ka win a lot dowry. So it's bijalu depend on the individual. If you want ka ge la jang jang bike bakaloy and then you end up fetching kani la, it's totally up to you. But nanong parents to be it let just reconsider that I think the man cheninya cham. And remember, chong ne kina je chong nyandu e chong keni lu chin ki chalo ko e chong ben nyandu bela bena le ke chin ke to ken yen yen ke chong di no wata watoto waende shule. And yeah, I agree with all of you, but I still stand. Chakidawari chacha chwarping, but loik moderate whatever token in ran munyandu loik appreciate. Kwangot kikabaki cham through her education, through her mitke. Nyalwele cham or diopin, will chitowen or something. And what can be cham. And yeah, that's what I would add.
Thank you. Thank you. Nyadua in chita war man in chua join benefit you put your disclaimer. Now every near unpaid ben today a Christian walk and catch a garden that you could well Doria Louis Ban could well a ball me ala Doria Louis Ban could all appear catch a Louis Ban who you take a call. So look this message here and it's very important content Lebanon Laran and a picholata, thought provoking a brand a cholata. I was the other number man jam walk in the past. Yeah, Jabba doesn't been walk out elders, walk out and you see him. Oh, I just like thing will be changed. And I agree with him that time. A door renegotiation of the DRI involved him now you will in the elders go why elders ya why yan Philip who are new year table. So I should be out of the longer the year got peg and the ku ache diar ga ja ci ku jero jaga yen envelope every one of us will be able to contribute equally a good arus alam new table no ya ku will contribute so change will come the U-turn will come page already practice and not so many significant in our community. Akar ba jalwel also I will dowry and Louis ban because no more negative impact than positive. But I in can look at Louis ban, but culture Louis stick around it takes centuries for it to be jaja. No culture then gar no me and gorni mo. You are gorni mo why are quite one in fresh. Yimber ko aka go like nothing at all. Penny Kenya, Rabun. You want young like one and we are beautiful. So something Abijal, good Abijal, you turn out when at some point, but at the moment, then look at it. I know so many cultural significance, but now also social significance. The practice itself, they quite very together. The communities very together, and there is value. There is value in it that get your community organizing, which is really good. They got you unite for a purpose. So and political significance as well, and of course, anong economic significance. Man, ni relation ku je ayi bola to recognize is that ay lo ala pik to. So if na yin when top and when ko society achi no mutum to le twen anong ko when to yin pin ko to yin ya. So dowry system or bright price system is good economically. Ko when to yin pin ku na iran na ngang or ke ku ja ba di nyan pet cái nhìn về mặt vẫn phản vẫn nong ấy chứ nong mal có nhìn chứ bé nhau so that arrangement or you want when what to pay weจะบ่ละเมียบ่ละเมียญาณwhen nongบ่ปานnong resources cái nhìn chứ rot béก็ปานวันจะbé nhau so social economic orientation I know in society so nong ka pia dwi ke ni ka ba both sides so I know empowerment aspect one on disempowering aspect what really bad personally cannot call can command but one thing and non generation of men to benefit with no understanding of those cultural social and economical values I think a look at entitlement that na cha Paul Philip cha 100 pay ka cha watch a chien no a big deal a gar pa nyete anything to watch walk so think to watch walk you are just like a lot to near ball in the always that if you watch you are just your value is attached to what is paid and those are the people element that maybe become educated from this Dorcas you know value of a human being are actually quantifiable. And so where those people know entitlement and I just take the app, you can toy with her the way you want. Today it's no. There's no that 100 cow don't feed it. And when you get jam, where you get jam so on to jam. My message is now this debate I think share the poll and we run and I know Chuku you want walk I jam Louis ban because we are losing on the other end. Not Louis vote for us that are Louis ban because we need that statistic to use it for policy advocacy. Because when many people see wrongs and the negative impact there, then they will be able to sit down and discuss. So as opinion poll, a social experiment. So go and vote on the U-Turn page. Do you support bride price or do you not support it? Put it in your comment. If yours you cannot explain it in yes or no, well exactly why you think it's good or why you think it's bad. In those comments, and we will use that data for the U-Turn advocacy. Here on this platform, we talk about women empowerment, and women empowerment, a human empowerment, as a community empowerment, a social empowerment, economic empowerment, and today, watching this debate at you bay, next Saturday, well, Ben, yeah, about something really, especially about police, how to navigate law enforcement, especially in West, but also back home. I know there are so many arrests in law, so always check our platform. There's always content that is different, that is diverse, that is perspective when we are going to do it. So keep your eye open and go and vote. Have we won? Should it be banned? Yes, I still stand that it should be banned, but even if it will take long, it will come to an end. Kunal Kenway, thanks for supporting the U-Turn. Thanks for sharing the message. And back good day.
Wow, thank you very much.